You know my favorite feature, Shane, is? These fucking titties right here.
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach. Matt.
And we're back here. We're not back here. We're starting Andor. Oh, by the way, this is our friend Matt. What's up?
Nice this is our mighty friend Matt.
We call him Mighty Matt. Well, we call him other things too.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah, literally known this guy since first grade. One of mine and one of Zach's best friends.
I've known Zach since preschool.
We were in a band together.
2 or 3 years, heavy metal band.
Sabbaticus.
I was our biggest roadie.
You might have been one of our only roadies.
Yeah, I think you're our only roadie.
Yeah, you can be joining us as often as you can, and we appreciate it, man. So what's your relationship with Star Wars?
When I was younger, I hated Star Wars.
Yep.
I thought, I don't like that sci-fi nonsense.
Yeah.
Foo-foo.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Tom, who was here earlier, I was over at his house with Shane, and they got me to watch episode 2, and I've been in love ever since.
Yep. You are caught up with everything.
I watch everything.
What did you think about the recent Obi-Wan Kenobi series?
Freaking amazing.
Yeah, we gave it a pretty positive review.
Stellan Skarsgård's in this.
Yeah.
I love that man. I just watched Chernobyl.
I was telling you.
I tried to watch Chernobyl. I watched half of episode 1 5 times.
I started watching it and I'm like, man, this is fucking depressing. But
and
I
it
went
doesn't.
back
Yeah.
after I wasn't a raging alcoholic.
Just a mild alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still an alcoholic. But I'm not drinking a fifth of whiskey anymore a night.
When it comes to this show, just remember you can see the full-length, uncut reaction on our Patreon. Go there right now. You can also see 2 weeks early access for our non-live shows. Obviously, not this. But other than that, guys, we're going to jump in now.
I love their logo design for this show.
Yeah.
Just the black and white logo and how they cut the O in there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Reminds me of that scientist base in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, button your coat up, man. Morlana 1.
It's like a Blade Runner, almost.
It is. Very cyberpunk.
It's got a good feel.
Yeah. Can't tell if that's a hooker. Like this is the red
it's
district.
Like, yeah, the red
light
district. Red light district.
This is great so far.
It really reminds me of Blade Runner.
I know, I'm really liking it.
Prepare at the end.
Yeah,
that's how they trap you. That's how they trap you, man.
What do you think about it? Just send you home crying.
Sounds like a couple of my ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
Right. Scottish guy. He's always a cool Scottish guy.
Alone tonight.
Just me.
Looking for something special tonight.
This guy's an asshole, man.
You keep looking over it like there's something funny.
Definitely not.
What does that mean?
I'm looking for my sister.
Well, whoever she is, she's not here. She disappeared.
What was her name?
Nobody here gives their real name.
Oh, give me the name you fucking got.
I know,
Jesus.
Right?
There you go. Got 300 credits in my coat pocket.
What are the chances on that? That is almost exactly what it costs to cover the fine. It's so in charge and our personal processing fee.
Everybody's lucky night.
Oh, the pocket.
This is
Yeah, it is. You'll have a good throat punch.
Oh, yeah. He's dead.
From a headbutt?
He's not breathing.
No.
Furlough! Furlough!
I kill that son of a bitch, get the fuck out of there.
Blast him and book it.
We had a misunderstanding.
I'd kill that fat bastard and leave.
Oh, hell yeah. So would I.
They started it.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars. It's a big galaxy.
I'll tell them what happened.
There we go.
Yes. That's what we need. I like these droids. Look at those ugly little shits.
Like mutant piggies.
I know. You'll piss on him?
Yep. I use him as a fire hydrant. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
There
that's
it is.
nasty. It's like a warthog, man. It really.
Really cool.
These things are run around this town.
Dude, this is
good.
amazing Star Wars.
This is good, man. It's
The production design and everything is
Yeah.
just so fucking great.
I'm getting R2 vibes, episode 4 right here.
Kassa. Kassa.
Kassa! Kassa!
think that's a good idea.
Oh, Lord.
Marva told him.
Told him what?
Pausing for data lag.
Tell me what she said.
A little taste of his own medicine.
Marva said you were out ruining your health and reputation with friends of low character.
Can you make a lie for me?
I can lie. I have adequate power reserves.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody you know where I am.
That's 2 lies.
Let's have both.
I wonder what happens to this poor droid between now and Rogue One.
K2SO, yeah.
Or he leaves him with somebody.
Every time we get labors in Star Wars, it's really cool.
Reminds me of my days at Chrysler.
Yeah. We had a meatpacking plan in Kenobi.
Please. I really need this.
You insulted my choice of beverage. As host and provider, I was offended by this. You were gone when I woke up. You've come in now to apologize. I accept your apology.
Look at the clone troop transports.
Yeah, they do.
And I wanted to make sure you had all the available information before you.
He's a brown noser.
He looks like a piece of shit.
2 men are dead, sir. Employees.
Oh, yeah, definitely a kiss ass.
Have you modified your uniform?
Perhaps slightly. Some light tailoring.
He's lucky he wasn't killed years ago. One of the most unpleasant people I've ever met. This case appears to bear all the hallmarks of what I like to describe as regrettable misadventure. I want you to conjure a suitable accident. And let's make sure it's on the far side of the plaza. Let's get it outside the leisure zone.
But they were murdered.
No, they were killed in a fight. They're in a brothel, which we're not supposed to have, the expensive one, which they shouldn't be able to afford, drinking Rivnold, which we're not supposed to allow. Both of them supposedly on the job, which is a dismissible offence. They clearly harassed a human with dark features and chose the wrong person to annoy.
Literally.
Yep. He's spot on.
Rushing to aid someone in distress. Nothing too heroic. We don't need a parade. They died being helpful. Something sad but inspiring.
Mundane sort of way. Think about a female mechanic that they really try to impress in a lot of things.
In Final Fantasy 15, Sid's granddaughter.
Yeah.
She's like this cute, you know, really good mechanic.
Yeah.
I have something to sell.
Don't we all?
How soon could it be here?
I was planning to reach out at the end of the month.
No, this would have to be now.
For what? For one item? No, that's not how it works. I bundle things before I make contact.
I can't wait that long.
Why? What have you done?
I need to move it, Vix.
You've been hiding it.
Yeah, I've been saving
And I'm
it.
guessing it comes from one of my bits.
Yes, again.
Not your best move, Cassian. You've been holding out on me.
And you've been skimming off the top. So let's not get emotional. Are you?
What?
Well, it looks like it's turned into...
Do I ask about your personal life?
Just promise he knows nothing about any of this.
He'd do anything for me.
No. That wasn't my question.
No. He knows nothing about any of it.
What do you think?
I think he knows something about some of them.
She seems upset.
It's good to see you, Tim.
Seems like that happens every time you come around.
I wouldn't worry. She's tougher than both of us.
I'm getting tired of hearing that.
Then you better find yourself a less complicated woman.
Good luck.
Yeah, like a dickhead.
Parete mañana. Ej, dejo libe. Ista ella. Van bastupi compalten.
Oh, come on now. He's like a nervous.
Who's the guy that
he's up to something. I don't think he's gonna do what his superior told him to.
Yeah.
What is that?
I love this transit screen. Where the fuck they have going on?
Yeah, they have an old trilogy, and they had it in Rogue One, but it was cut. Oh, they put it back in.
It really reminds me of Les Miserables.
I haven't seen it.
I want my deposit back. I wish I could. It's in play. Just waiting to hear they're on site.
Fetch.
He brought back up this time.
You're here with him. To what? To threaten me?
Fetch.
You let him talk you into this?
The subject is money.
I just ask you a question.
What?
Since when you take orders from Nurture?
Don't answer that.
You need work this bad.
Leave him out of it. He said all I needed to do was stand here.
It's like you.
Yeah, just like me.
Very nice to see you.
What?
I'll be back.
What's up?
Errands. Won't be long.
Oh, you know that answer he didn't like. Vague.
Can't stand a head shake, man. God damn it.
Sneaky.
Bird dogging her.
I like seeing like the normal people like in Star Wars, like what's going on in like the normal real world.
Yeah.
You know, while the Empire's ruling.
If I was in the Empire, I would hate this shit.
I would too. Probably had it covered.
Yeah.
This is where. Ew.
Oh,
Blue ramen.
There's not a lot about Canary, sir. It's fairly obscure.
That should make it easier. We'll have to put the word out.
Oh, Ferrix.
Where else would we put it?
We don't have presence there, sir.
Is it not under our jurisdiction?
Technically.
We are simply
He's
asking
walking
for
around like he's
information.
Have you ever been there?
What difference does that make?
They have their own way of doing things.
This is the murder of 2 Primor employees!
I don't like how anal this guy is.
Yeah.
Hegla! What in the name of Chop is going on out there?
Chop. I think the yard rats are back.
There's a customer on front. Get those hounds to start earning their keep.
Why are you swapping chip logs? You're gonna get us both in trouble.
I didn't like the way it was running last night.
So you do me a favor?
Leave it better than you found it.
The way you always do. We're done. No more favors, no more deals.
Listen.
Don't. I don't want to know what you're doing or why or where you took this thing last night or any of it. Finish up. Get out.
Look.
I love those things. They look so good.
Kassa?
It'd be a hard thing to do. If all she had to rely on was you.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's how it is in a lot of third world countries.
I know, you're right.
Yeah.
That little girl, all they got to rely on is their older brother.
Guys, that was a reaction. What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I heard it was intentionally takes its time, builds it, shows you a lot of the people and the places.
How many episodes is this going to be?
I think 12, and I think season 2 is going to be 12. I think that's it.
You know, where Rogue One took Star Wars, you know, after the fact. I mean, it still had a lot of the older, I wouldn't be so far as to call it campy, but for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
How Star Wars can be campy sometimes.
It retains a lot of that campiness that the old trilogy and prequel trilogy have.
This did not have the campiness.
Well, Gilroy doesn't like Star Wars in any way. Didn't like the old movies, didn't like the new movies, didn't like the new movies. He was just brought on to help with Rogue One, and he kind of like saw like, okay, this universe does has potential. So he's the one running the show.
It works.
So yeah, I think it works real well. You know what I mean? It briefs some. I don't mean it needs it, but I'm saying like, you know, I love Star Wars.
I mean it.
Well, we don't mean it. I guess I'm saying like we love Star Wars, but I want something new and unique every time I watch a show. You know what I mean? I think this is giving
that's why I love Solo so much.
Yeah.
Because it's something completely different.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people hate on Solo, but that's up there on my top of my list.
No, yeah, and you worked at a car manufacturing plant.
Yeah,
and that's what Corellia is. I was getting this Blade Runner feel kind of in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
it had a cyberpunk feel.
It's weird because it ended in such a weird spot, but that's probably why they released the first 3 episodes together.
You know, I feel like I don't I feel like it keeps you wanting more. It's a continuous story. And I feel like this is the level of maturity that Star Wars needs to go.
This is one of the very few shows that I've watched recently where I'm excited to see the next episode.
I agree.
You know, I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
A lot of shows lately I haven't felt like that.
Solo I only watched once. Rogue One I loved.
Yeah.
You love it at first.
You're my favorite part.
I didn't love Krennic at first. And I didn't love those two guys that you love.
You know my favorite part of Rogue One was the very end, where everybody dies. My absolute favorite part.
No, yeah.
My second favorite part, obviously, the Vader scene. That's right up there, but...
Where he storms through the hallway.
Yeah, he storms through the hallway, just noop, just tosses everybody around effortlessly.
I've always felt like Star Wars needed to step it up and not just keep things at a status quo. And I feel like things have been kept at a status quo for a very long time. It's like you're maintaining things. Like there's been a level of control. Like, no, this is Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it will always be that. That's how I feel about Lord of the Rings fans with like the broader fan base. Like, well, this is how Lord of the Rings should be. You should always keep it here.
Yeah.
You don't allow any of the entertainment, which Lord of the Rings is a little different.
Yeah.
Because they're strictly books.
I wrote down all the names, but I think they're kind of insignificant. But there's flashback scenes where I think we see his native Canary, which is like the planet or the people. He had a sister, obviously. And unless it's pulling like a fast one on me, and those aren't really flashbacks. Because they're talking about the Canary now. But we also had Cassian fall asleep, and we heard a girl going, Kassa, Kassa.
Do you think he might be dreaming?
Part of that was between the,
no, I think that was
They could be going to Westworld.
I think that show maybe always watch my back now.
I know, Westworld was like have you seen the first season of Westworld, Matt?
I have not seen any of Westworld.
Yeah. Westworld, the first season, the method of storytelling is so fucking dynamic.
Jonathan Nolan, who wrote The Prestige and Batman.
That is such a turnaround.
You're just going to have to make me a list of all the shit I need to watch.
The show, at least to me, is leading me to believe that Cassian Andor, that dream was a flashback.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this show is like trying to give us the same feeling. Because I know in the present day, you know, that part at the end where that guy was talking shit to the people underneath them, they were talking about the Canary. The Canary also were the same people that Andor, that he's from, his people, the language they were speaking.
You know, that guy reminds me of the bosses at Chrysler. Come in, bark orders around, and don't do anything themselves. Then if you don't get it done, they just throw a huge temper tantrum.
So this planet, I think, is called Morlana 1, and that's
for Preox Morlana.
Yeah, and then Primor is. Have you kind of figured out what Primor actually is? The Primor and the Primor employees.
They're a corporation.
Okay, I wasn't sure what they manufacture. Are they secure? Like, what do they do?
I don't know. They're obviously not Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to hide from the Imperials a little.
Well, they're probably trying to make their money.
Yeah,
and they have
not piss off the Empire.
They don't want to piss off the Empire and incur their wrath.
So what are they just? Do they build ships, or they manufacture ships, or?
I wasn't sure. Yeah, maybe it'll let us know.
Well, they haven't shown the industry side of it yet.
Right.
You worked at a bar as a bouncer for many years.
Oh yeah.
So how'd you feel when you were watching that scene in the beginning?
Typical night.
Yeah.
You guys got douchebags in there just chirp, 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 chirp. Then they get their ass whooped, and they're like, "Please, I'm sorry. Please don't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way."
Cassian Andor, the one character we're familiar with from Rogue One, I think he's burned a lot of bridges. He reminded me of Han Solo quite a bit, you know, especially in the books, especially in Episode 7, where they were like, "Hey, there's no one else in the galaxy left for you to swindle." So yeah, he has all these connections, and he's pissed a lot of people off. He's been borrowing a lot of money, and I think people had it up to here. So
yeah, that's what they're making it look like. He definitely needs to get off this fucking planet. That's how he's playing his game.
So he's trying to get a connection with. I mean, I'm theorizing just because of this. Am I watching the trailer? Like Stellan's character, maybe.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah.
One of my favorite aspects of this episode was his droid's design.
No, I love the droid as well.
I mean, the production in general.
Yeah.
Is out fucking standing. Bix, the hot mechanic.
Yeah, Bix.
I think it's like I think that's normally an anime trope. You have a lot like Winry in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yep, we have Riku in Final Fantasy X. We have like a Tifa, but I guess she's not a mechanic.
No, but
Final Fantasy 15 for sure, like an automobile mechanic.
Automobiles, I can see. You don't see a lot of women in the heavy equipment industry.
Move to Toledo, and you'll see plenty.
Heavy equipment?
Oh yeah. Operating heavy cranes, heavy machinery, forklifts, everything.
We do have 2 more to do. I'm going to try to upload these as fast as we can, and we got more to do after that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching our reaction. If you like us, you want to support us, just subscribe to our Patreon. You can see the full length, which we mentioned, 2 weeks early access. You can also vote on poll shows and things like that. You can also hit that thanks button at the bottom of the video. We appreciate it.